Today, I'm to perform line patrol in the vicinity of Roye. Unfortunately, the 150 horsepower SPAD is currently the only machine available. This sector is dominated mostly by the Albatros, especially the D3. Additionally, Yasta 2, 5, 37, 46 and 99 are all in the area, so I must maintain situational awareness at all times. Currently, I sit at 199 confirmed victories, and today I intend to make it 200. I noticed a number of albatrosses gathered across the lines directly over the town of Roye. However, as I began to head east towards them, I was soon joined by Sergeant Tax and Major QC in their SPADs. As Tax and Major formed up on me, I spotted a three-ship formation, perhaps some 15 kilometers away. They crossed into our lines in the vicinity of Ribacor at approximately 2,000 meters. Given the more remote location of this area of the front, they must have been attempting to sneak into our lines undetected. As I approached the formation, I identified a DFW 2-seater at the lead of the formation, with 2 Albatros scouts in tail. No doubt they were attempting to bomb one of our rear aerodromes. As I began to close in on the German machines, the 2-seater observer began letting off rounds towards my SPAD. It was at this point the rearmost Albatros made a fatal mistake. He turned away from the cover of his own formation. Noticing this, I maneuvered my machine directly over the Albatros and signaled to my flight I would lead the attack. I pressed my view up against the Aldis and immediately recognized the distinctive red and white striped livery of Yasta 99. By this point, the second Albatros took notice of the situation and pointed his nose towards me. Major and Tax began to work as a pair to dispatch the final Albatros. I decided it was best to head towards the DFW before he could reach one of our rear aerodromes. As I glanced behind me, I noticed Major and Tax forcing down the Albatros, who seemed to be in a bad way. I finally began to catch up with the DFW, and the observer once again was firing off rounds towards my machine. I looked back once more and caught the final moments of the Albatross. By this point, I was finally positioned out in front of the two-seater. The chaps at both Ravenel and Saint-Just were firing off flares as the DFW was approaching. I began to roll my SPAD over the top of the DFW and attacked from a straight vertical angle to avoid any fire from the observers' guns. Given the proximity to Saint-Just, I decided to land and immediately file my report. Finally, after 17 long months, I had my 200th victory, with a bonus 201st as well. And given that both aeroplanes were downed behind our lines, no doubt they'll both be easy confirmations.